lift my hands and say, in a name, Yehovah, would you what in Amami? In a name, Jesus, what do you want? In a name, Yehovah, would you what in Amami? In a name, Jesus, would you watch out? What you would do, no,
All right, check what the time. It's just about 5 minutes past 8 o'clock. And you are on GN Radio. Okay, there's so many reasons to say thank God for another beautiful day. It's a Monday. I beg your pardon, it's actually Friday. I bet I'm still slumbering and not wake up from my sleep. It probably must be some heavy food I had last night. Okay, so I actually want to say good morning to our technical producers who have actually orchestrated this to this particular moment. I want to say thank you to also for Mommy Carter. A few surnames that really get inspired with, apart from the inspiration she dishes out to all of us every day. And I bet you what, we're actually live on Facebook. You can still contribute whatever you think about some of the issues I'm going to raise this morning, whether sensitive or insensitive. We welcome all of your views on GN Radio. All right, good morning, Rusty J. Rusty J, say share, please share. Oh my goodness. It tells you how ready people are. Some of the things we're actually going to talk about this morning. Something that is actually raise your eyebrows. If you like Ghanaian politics, if you're very much concerned about issues going on around the world, the entire Africa. Along the line, I'm going to get Mr. Conte from Sierra Leone. He's going to update us about things happening there. And then my good old journalist friend, Mr. Idris. So give us a bit around Nigeria. What about entertainment news? How about Nanama McBrown and then Monaguchi? That burning issue of blackmail or betrayal. How would you call that? Oh dear. So as we do it every day, I'm going to break it down, and along the line, you're going to get a few of representatives of our respective political parties in Ghana. We'll be talking to quite a few of them, would be available on this show. Right, so it's actually a breakdown from Monday to Friday about issues that we gather and to deliberate on. It's actually meant for patriotic people. We'll be going for the weather very soon. And then the tube lines will be updating us how you can plan your journey. And the good thing is it's actually Friday and the weekend is here. I want to say good morning to Mr. Blay Akablay of the Meridian Football Club in Thamesmead. Okay, so has it been the whole of your week? Now, the good thing about life is as long as you're not dead, you're still alive. Remember that the bottom line is whatever you're looking forward to, very, very soon, it'll actually get materialized. It actually depends on you, whether you're going to give up or whether you actually going to have your hope burning, expecting the very thing you're expecting from God to come to pass. So it's actually an issue of being interested in waiting. Now, the problem I've realized is most people cannot wait about, the things they put before God or what they'll be looking up to.
My Savior is my Savior. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh
Right, if you come on the page, something I'd like you to do for me, and that is to share the page. Especially for those who don't have any means of this platform that get you updated about what is happening around the world, especially in Ghana.
I was singing this. My Savior is. I will sing His mercy. My Savior is. My chief.
The issue of the NDC, who probably will not be very happy with the fact that the court, how do I put it? Do I say that they've actually, given up? Or the thing is, when you lose the court case, or the court refuses to accept your petition based on some of the evidence you must have raised, are we going to say it's because they did not do their homework well, or the court is actually not satisfied with the reasons behind the fact that they feel the court must have looked into the cases? This and more we're going to talk about. Now, what's up with Donald Trump? Have he said anything at all again concerning now that he stepped down? I hope there's no problem like Ghana where, after the election, we've seen a few developments that has led to the court dealing with the issue till now. We're going to talk about so many interesting issues. Like I said, this time around, we're not only going to look at Ghana, but we're going to look at so many things that we feel, apart from knowing what's happening in Ghana, you also must know what is happening around the world, especially in Africa. Okay, so if you just join us, especially those on the other network apart from Facebook, I want to say welcome to all of you. It's another Friday. Okay, so DJ Force, I hope Sebibia Iboko. KK, Coco, how you doing? Well, it's only the 5th of February. I beg your pardon, the 5th of March. And tomorrow, 6th March. Right, the essence of 6 months. I'm going to bring you a documentary of that as well. Okay, I've got a text message that says that I don't want to mention the name, but I posted this caption of the court petition. Now, this seems to be eating this gentleman up, Carlos, a very good friend of mine, who says that the issue, it says Aninia and Jin Mensa must resign immediately to save our democracy. Aninia Boa and Jin Mensa must resign immediately to save our democracy. So what we're saying is, have they been the very reason why we don't have a smooth young democracy we have in Ghana since 1982? Or is it the feeling of sabotage against the NDC still over the petition in Ghana that just went on? Today, I've actually got a free who, after the breaking down of the bringing your way the weather report, and then after giving you the tube lines, we're going to look at the NDC's what they make of you're kind of saying the NDC view over the election petition that just went on. So let me bring you the weather at least, and then we can see what is happening around, especially those who live here in UK. Because I mean, in Ghana, you don't have any problem at all. The weather is good, especially towards this time of the first quarter where we have lovely weather. Okay, it says a dry day today with a mixture of sunny spells and variable amounts of cloud. In the afternoon, there will be more breaks in the cloud, allowing for more prolonged spells of sunshine in space. And then tonight, it'll be mostly dry with clear spells developing for much of the night, becoming chilly with widespread frost developing. Okay, so I take it again. Today in the daytime, we have a dry day today with a mixture of sunny spells and variable amounts of cloud in the afternoon. There will be more breaks in the cloud, I beg your pardon, allowing more prolonged spells of sunshine in places. And then tonight, it'll be mostly dry with clear spells developing for much of the night, becoming chilly with a widespread frost developing.
You are listening to GN Radio UK.
This is GN Radio UK.
GN Radio UK.
Okay, so that was by way of weather report and how it looks like. Now let me give you the tube lines as well. So two kwana ko baby. Yeah, shouldn't
I will sing the glory. I will sing the glory. Not like you. Unless my
especially this weekend. But the good news is, a month for just can't wait. The lockdown would be over, and then I'm saying holidays now. But DJs are bunching where events now that time. But I hope that The weather will be dry. Well, I heard DJ Kubu Pa, what she the speaker says you are Big Joe Pa, senior why say or best selected. You know, the Bishop Mamma, what do you train? Your mom pie and a corona, no said Omakase by June, hopefully, never be a coney. I don't remember the last time I saw Mike Mzemi MC, the corner of Jumano.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Okay, so free and imagine to train on or say a dear near call. I'm so person about you no so. A lot of people don't believe sir. The verdicts now the Ghanaian Supreme Court brought to the NDC that actually doesn't meet up the requirement to hold back the issue of the winning sitting democracy and that's the sitting government. Okay, so the bottom line is, so when you go to court and you don't seem to succeed, the court grants you another, whether you want to make an appeal, say you're not happy with the court's processes and answer proceedings they use in dealing with your case. You still want to make an appeal. Is there provisions for that? At how late? We're going to look at the what Muhammad said aftermath of that, the events. I'm going to get my producer to play that at how late. And then we look at whether they're still going to go to court and appeal for it. Otherwise, if they don't come back and to leave it as it is, then they must well believe that the Electoral Commission and as the past election they had was free and then fair. In about how they play that, and I'll get few of the communication members, especially I believe is the NDC that would want to do quite a few talking, because I believe the CPP, I've not heard much about them lately. The PPP, I've not heard much about them as well. I know they have groundsmen who can talk about the latest status quo, AV1, after Parkway Sindon himself, who decided to resign and then get Bridget in place, the very woman who stood for the party during this time election.
Monsieur Hawaii, Abrabomusu, Wayabi, Achumabosu, Wayabi,
You are listening to GN Radio UK. GN Radio UK.
I was singing his message.
Church Inauguration 2021. In obeying God's call to propagating the gospel to the lost world brings joy, reward, and expansion. The Lord has propelled Crossway Revival Baptist Church mission in its church planting in establishing an organized body of believers internationally in the city of Accra, Ghana. The ultimate goal is to glorify the Lord in line with 1 Thessalonians 3 verse 2. And we sent Timothy, our brother and God's co-worker in the gospel of Christ, to establish and exhort you in the faith. We cordially invite you, under the leadership of the eminent apostle, Reverend Kamani Denfi, to our inauguration services, which commences 27th September to Sunday 3rd October, which is the grand inauguration service to be held at 9 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Our church address, Holly's House, 28 Naobushi Street, East Legon Extension, Accra, Ghana. Our contact numbers are 078-303-62228 and 0751-828-9202. We are happy for your participation at this milestone event in the ministry of CRBC and the wider community. Refreshments will be served. Looking forward to seeing you and your family. God bless you all.
Yeah. Glory to God. The rock I stand. There's no one like you, Lord. Hallelujah.
Beautiful day with another beautiful song by Victor Oyinke. New one to the Almighty God titled There Is No One, attributing massively glory and honor and adoration to the Almighty God. In the time of pandemic, Victor Oyinke has dropped this massive and beautiful that you cannot go wrong. This song is massively playing on GN Radio. Victor Oyinke has been an inspirational. Song is on all online streaming sites, Spotify and iTunes. Check him out on YouTube and on Facebook at VonEK20 and all the online streaming sites, Spotify and iTunes. Victor Oyinke is an amazing.
There is no one, there is no one like Jesus. There is no one, there is no one, there is no one like Jesus. There is no one, there is no one, there is no one like Jesus. There is no one, there is no one, there is no one like Jesus. No one.
Okay, so you're still on GN Radio. Let me check with the time. It's about 8:30 here in the studios of GN Radio station. I've actually got a video, the aftermath of the events that happened yesterday, and I'm going to play you a bit of that, especially those who did not or could not get the opportunity to watch the Mahama's speech, aftermath of the election. So I'm going to play it very soon. And so I'd like you to listen to what the ex-president John Dramani Mahama said, react to the ruling to the court this morning. Is how I'm going to get those who are ready to talk, especially at the NDC, who want to talk about the ruling of the, over the petition in court this morning. So let's see the video if you're there.
Much as I'm aware that we are legally bound by the decision of the highest court of the land, the Supreme Court of Ghana, I disagree with the process of the trial and the ruling of the court. For the avoidance of that, I say, much as I'm aware that we are legally bound by the decisions of the Supreme Court, I disagree with the process of the trial and the ruling of the court. Ladies and gentlemen, our 1992 Constitution says very directly in Article 125, Section 1, that justice emanates from the people and shall be administered in the name of the Republic by the judiciary, which shall be independent and subject only to this Constitution. I believe that law should not be an instrument for partisan purposes. I also believe that the rule of law should mean one rule for all. What anchors the rule of law is equality and fairness to all, irrespective of creed, background, or political coloration. Justice, we must remember, is rooted in moral foundations. Ghanaians will always remember that moment when my lead counsel, Mr. Chachu Chikata, quoted from the Holy Bible, urging the justices of the Supreme Court to be faithful to their judicial oath and their conscience, only for the lawyer representing the second respondent to argue for the exclusion of God in this matter. And yet in the courts of Ghana, including the Supreme Court, we swear on the Bible or the cross, as we also do with the Holy Quran, to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. Ghanaians will also remember, and this will go into history, this 2021 election petition for that profound moment when the chairperson of the Electoral Commission opted to evade public scrutiny. Everything was done in this trial to prevent the Commission from accounting to the people in whose name they hold office. Requests for interrogatories were dismissed. A request for inspection of documents in the possession of the Commission was turned down. The request for admission of facts was ignored. And worse still, she was aided by her counsel and the court to avoid explaining to the good people of Ghana from her own testimony under oath in a properly constituted court of law the errors that she herself admits to have committed in the declaration of the 2020 presidential election results. This is a clear stab in the heart of transparency and accountability to the sovereign people of Ghana. Whatever the reasons for not allowing Mrs. Jane Mensah to testify or answer any questions, it leaves an embarrassing stain not only on our justice delivery system, but also on our nation's electoral system, which has deepened the grave doubts harbored by many Ghanaians about the true outcome of the December 2020 presidential elections. Ladies and gentlemen, the motto of Ghana's Electoral Commission is transparency, fairness, and integrity. Principles that the key actors of the Electoral Commission clearly failed to live up to on this occasion. The refusal to account to Ghanaians further sets the worrying precedent, and I do really worry about this dangerous precedent that may allow other heads of state institutions to adopt an approach of opacity and non-accountability in their work, just because they know they can rely on unconvincing interpretations of our laws to shield them from scrutiny in the near future when they are held to account. I hope and pray that time will prove me wrong. There's a famous legal maxim brought into common use by Lord Chief Justice Hewart in 1924, that justice must not only be done, but should manifestly and undoubtedly be seen to be done. While judgment was given in this petition, it cannot be said by many to have been seen to be done by the constant unanimous strictures placed on the petitioner in laying out his case. I followed the proceedings of this petition and listened to the testimony of our General Secretary, Johnson Asidun Ketia, from beginning to end. I'm quite alarmed at the mutilation of his testimony in the Supreme Court ruling. Indeed, the ruling I heard today virtually makes our witness, Johnson Asiedu Nketia, appear like the star witness of the first and second respondents. Many answers of his testimony in cross-examination were taken out of context to create the basis for the dismissal of our election petition. At the appropriate time, the legal team will come out with detailed comments on today's judgment. Ladies and gentlemen, this case will go into the Ghana Law Reports for the future, and academics and students of law alike will clearly find befuddling the internal contradictions in our jurisprudence. The Supreme Court has given its verdict, but the national debate on the dismal state of our democracy and the increasing weakness of our state institutions has only just begun. It is time we all come together to confront those who seek to destroy the very democratic system that brought them into office. It is our patriotic duty to do so. Ladies and gentlemen, it bears reiterating that our grievances with the conduct of the 2020 elections was not limited to just the presidential elections. Doubts about the Commission's commitment to fairness and transparency have lingered much longer than the duration of this petition. The doubts have attended their every action, and rightly so, because of their posturing and sometimes duplicitous conduct. As I've alluded to in the past, the current leadership of the Commission was installed after the politically motivated removal of the previous Commission. Since then, every step they have taken has appeared to be calculated at ensuring the retention of the appointing authority in power. Aside from the compilation of a new register in the midst of a pandemic, one that many civil society organizations, political and governance experts insist was more procurement-minded than needs-based, the time-tested process of consultation and dialogue among stakeholders through the Inter-Party Advisory Committee was supplanted by unilateralism. This has not boded well for harmonious relationship with stakeholders. Compared to the two previous leaderships of the Commission, what we have now does not meet even the minimum requirement of neutrality and non-partisanship. And these are two essential principles for consolidating our democracy. Today, the much touted independence of our Electoral Commission exists only in name. This should give all Ghanaians cause for worry. Today, we still have, as a member of the Commission, somebody who publicly stated that the political party which I led into the December 2020 elections is an existential threat to Ghana's democracy. And yet this same Commission member presided over an election in which a party he claimed is an existential threat to Ghana's democracy participated. In the parliamentary elections, clearly NDC won the majority of seats. However, through devious manipulations and connivance by officials of the Electoral Commission, a number of these seats were illegally declared for the MPP. In some instances, the manipulation was so glaring and brazen that a simple intervention by the leadership of the Electoral Commission, as has been done by previous commissioners, could have addressed the issues and righted the wrongs in order to make court actions completely unnecessary. Therefore, it is not surprising that international election observers who attended on the last election identified collation and tallying of results as one of the challenges of our 2020 election. The posture and approach of this current Electoral Commission does not inspire confidence that is needed to preside over any transparent, free, and fair election. Indeed, this commission has absolutely no reason to continue to remain in office. This is because the Electoral Commission must remain a neutral arbiter. and organizer of elections, the Electoral Commission must not have a vested interest in the dubious victory of one party over another. The loyalty of the Electoral Commission must be to the people of Ghana and the Constitution from which it derives its mandate, and not the president or party under whose tenure the leadership is appointed. Immediate reforms reflecting the long-standing image and reputation of our Electoral Commission as one of the finest and most credible on the continent, and indeed in the world, must be one of the focuses of public advocacy if future elections are to be devoid of needless tensions and anxiety. My brothers and sisters, we cannot forget the burning issue of the deliberate exclusion of the good people of Central Kofi, Akpafu, Likpe, and Lolobi Sao from the parliamentary election.
Okay, so that was John Dramani Mahama. His reaction towards the... Anyway, so I don't want to waste much time. You've got the line 0203 735 8820, and that's it, 0203 286 0185. Numbers to call the studio. And then you can also call the WhatsApp line 077 8793 9958. What he just had was the John Dramani Mahama's reaction towards the court ruling of the petition Omo Akoyeno. So we'll be to me afre, and then we'll take it from there. You're still on
And Radio UK.
Right, you're on GN Radio UK this morning. The most boiling issue, which I believe that most MDC sympathizers are not very happy with the court ruling. But as I said, I'm actually going to get one of the NDC guys, or few of them, who want to speak on behalf of the party and look at whether they're very happy or not about, you know, the ruling of the of the NDC. Okay, so I'm trying to get a one of the you kind of say the members who want to talk on the democracy. Okay, good morning. A free opinion free.
Yeah, good morning. It is a
Jana Dumarqua Lemon Paibo. Na anopay I'm saying na papa kasakakra a year John Dramani Mahama na kwenya mse mesina kwenya na response and I said na new year or demand ruling party a year VNDC no. But him says asu na munyina so sebe monye very happy. Say so the na munyin tum potin efa a year ruling na response na court the mamo no.
Yeah, some of me from him.
I'm a patch you live in a month with you, pa. But just say, say about when I told you know a year 2020 election on the 7th, no. Who soon so when the buyer say 1 young tum and nam say mujidi say biakata say should be across soon, you know. Meant me once being called so. I don't pay what say, oh papa, what say. Yeah, the very democratic of Ghana, you know, free and fair, the law has actually been tilted. Just say, your boomerang kum. Sana, what any idea, Pacho?
Yeah, I'm sure, no, Yanina, and I'm on back home. It's answer because Yanina may kind of a John Dramani Mahama. It's answer on a year. Or can before my the call 2020 election until you name the course and if you say Momo plus my generation Muslim Yanamunim de course, Ghana for Yanamu de course. They say that the Ecomo 2020 no dear. Any best share Ghana for Yana said 2024 will be ready. Because the entire kind of science in say yeah the or my number a constitution and yɛde bu Ghana man no ɛsan sɛ nnɛ no yɛwɔ democracy man anaasɛ yɛwɔ kabi ma menka bi mu na yɛde bu ɔman no nti sɛ kɔba sɛ aban bi wɔ so na wɔbɛfa state institutions wɔbɛfa state fund na wɔde abule ɛda political parties a ɛwɔ Ghana no de ɛne ɛkwan bi aso no obi aso bɛgyina ne naso ne no ɛde ahyia because Ghana nyɛ banana country a ɛbɛtumi aba sɛ obi ntimi mmie n'ano ɛnka anasɛm anaasɛ obi ntimi mmie n'ano ɛnyɛ deɛ wɔ sɛ ɔyɛ a ɛbɛma Ghana akɔ n'anim ɛdeɛ nti ne yɛka ne saa sɛ wotie deɛ yɛbɛpa John Dramani Mahama ka ne mmra na wɔhwɛ si deɛ a nneɛma a ɛkɔɔ so ɛdi kan ɛyɛ sɛ aban wie baeɛ no ɔhyɛ ase tu n'anammɔn sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ kɛnɛkɛ sɛ Ghanafoɔ mpɛ no koraa no a ɛwɔ sɛ wɔsan tena so bio nti deɛ ɔyɛ yɛn sɛ ɔfa ɛkwan bi so yi si a anaasɛ commissioner na ɔwɔ hɔ no ɛfiri hɔ a ɛbɛsi nnɛ no nkurɔfoɔ a petition yi a yɛgyina so de yɛɛyɛ no yɛnim saa nkurɔfo korɔ no
ɔpani Mr. Oni abɛyɛ ne sɛ wobɛbɔ ne tɔfa kakra nti ɛnya ne bɛ wobɛnya akwanya ka nyinaa saa nti no wodeɛ moma bɛyɛ 3 minutes
yɛda sɛ basa deɛ nneɛma saa nneɛ no akyi sɛ amanfoɔ nte asɛm no hye because ansa na ɛbɛba ne sei no ɛba ne sei no ɛfiri baabi ne kɔduru baabi ɛna akɔwie baabi nti yɛde okay mate wɔ se mɛyɛ ne sam
wankasa wo nuanom bi ɛpɛ sɛ ɛbɔ w'akyi dɔmpem kyerɛ sɛ asɛm a woka no mbɛka bi afoa so ama wo ade aseɛ ɛne wɔ mu nso ɛmene wonya adwene nso ɔwɔ sɛ mma mu nyinaa kwanya na wɔ mu nso ɛka ne wɔmpɛ so wɔ mu ka bɛnim sɛ menka na wote aseɛ
mete wɔ de na sɛ sɛne ɛyɛ ɔtra no ade yɛ adwuma meda so nti sɛ wohwɛ sɛ ɔyɛɛ saa ɛno wieɛ no ɛfiri hɔ no yɛbɛkɔ ɛdintwerɛ yɛ mu koraa yɛn nyina yɛhu sɛ yɛale a na abɛsoɛ yɛn ɛkwan a yɛfa so de akɔtwerɛ din foforɔ abatɔ voter ID card foforɔ ne nyina yɛkyerɛ mu ɛkwan a yɛfa so ayi binom afiri sɛ ɔmu nyɛ Ghanafoɔ asogyafoɔ a yɛde hunahuna akorɔfoɔ a yɛma binom register ɛwɔ political party bi strongholds ɛno akyiri nyinaa no bɛdwieɛ no yɛto aba yi ɛtuo ne ade asogyafoɔ ɛne bɛsi nɛ asogyafo Ghana Armed Forces ntimi ma bɛyi wɔ ma no sɛ nyɛ wɔ mu na di saa Amerika asɛm no aban no a wɔte so no so ntimi nkɔndɛm nka biribi afa ho ɛma asogyafoɔ tumi twituo di gyina timamufoɔ a wɔn mu kɔto aba kɛkɛ so ɛkum wɔn mo ɛnɛ deɛ kɔduruyɛ no sɛ even ballot boxes no bi wɔ kora yɛde ba baabi abɛkan no kora yɛtumi gye ɛhyɛ no ɛnɛ woyi si no a wogyina mu ɛdi referee no yɛnhu bi wɔ Ghana mpanyinsɛm da ɛfiri 1992 a yɛkɔ abatoɔ mu ama wode wo nsɛm no aba sɛ nnipa asɛmasi no awɛne ɛnɛ no wobobɔ figures no on the 9th no adeɛ kyenyɛ on the 10th wosan de another figure by sɛ woayɛ mistake ɛno no a woyɛ mistake a wochange no no political parties agents bɛn na wɔ hɔ na no wɔn kyɛ changes obiara ne hɔ wɔn na wochange yɛ ɛtɔ so bi ma wasan de ba on the 10th no ɛno akyi wosan bɛka sɛ wasan yɛ mistake ɛna woyɛ press conference ɛde bi pa bi bɛto abɔntene ɛno obiara ne hɔ a ɛno koraa na signature nhyɛ aseɛ nti no ama Ghanafoɔ nyinaa hu sɛ ɛde adwuma na ɔbɛyɛ yɛ ama Ghanafoɔ because untimi nkɔ mɛka nkyerɛ yɛ sɛ sika twitwiridie ɛne nipa nkwa a afiri mu mmerɛ a yɛasɛe no yare a ne yɛgyina mu a yɛ nyinaa yɛfoɔ so kɔto aba no untimi mmɛyɛ collect figure a yɛmfa nkyerɛ nipa ɔwɛ ne deɛ na de asɛm na ne yɛkɛn nti no brabɔnten na bɛkyerɛ mu yɛ ma yɛn nti asɛ anya adwuma figure saa de tutu hɔ nyinaa mmiɛnsa na ne yɛnim no yɛhwɛ ne nyinaa ne yɛkeka ne nyinaa bɔ mu a ɔman no mmra nkonyini ne ɛnkyerɛ yɛ sɛ wo a wobɛnya 50% no 50 point something no wo ne wadi nkonim figure so ade baa yɛ nyinaa yɛhwɛe mu no ɛnkyerɛ sɛ obi atumi nya asa
okay afrie ɔpani mpacho no gyina so ma me kakra deɛ mepɛ sɛ mehu ne sɛ you know sɛ abatoɔ no ankasa no yɛwɔ ho hyehyɛ sɛ bia you have a particular numbers of the two just say be a munya see and a munya see. There are no names say one team who say moko court no. and no frame opinion, you know, secretary to just say, okay, yano, the entire mofele say, this figure that I wasn't coded to your went to. Also, to say, a young penny, I see you don't get here, to me, whom ye mean and one, and a cotton just say. And so when to me, and you know, so be I say, wait and now wait, and yeah, and now a buy fan to jar. What you know,
Masa. Court no, a woman who Majuma, oh, sir. And I see a castle, you know, me a judges, sir. And in Ghana, you need judges. The entire Cassan is a tea. Yanni, the Asama court. And I bet you the entire courtroom show moon castle on my. In Tinipana Canasimovi, dear one no Gina Moa, Yadiasam Natronoson. It didn't know Amana Mecassa. Show Nijana. What I say, because I'm not ready to only buy. I see Katia. Akujinemu akasama first and second responders.
Okay.
I should know mujina deka.
To say what 2 minutes.
What I say inka yisi no bekasa ya masa ene mu nimra ya mama ofre ye pacho. Say yisi no bekasa anase de asem no ejina no so no. Ono na akoya yi ana yesi wono no niam a wode beto abonten. O mechiri di ntia wonya asa figures no. Ne ye keka bom ye titifiri mu a eye den wi nya ase na wi nya ase. Ono no muso ma ne mekasa. And so no more attain, Modi me a men on the master mobile. Me my dance dear me be dear and a wood national dear buaten. A dear my first and second respondent. Anything because you know I'm a mere who because I figures now you can't want some. And no more day cans and choose all the cross examination of a sitting Katiano or can be busy figure radio when we the wonim ye yisi the other two men no will be some wasem and no na make kan wasem but the meme ni mu no enye the yisi the no na will be some wasem nti so obeka Akufo-Addo president Reverend say no lawyer emi yisi lawyer no e question say nkawe o se wontimi fa yisi questions me say say bin katia during the cross examinations want it.
Okay.
Nti die nti na mo pese yi fi no momo no e ba be gina commissioner no ba be gina oni yeso yetima cross exam no na kai wo mo ho no kura dem no because if it tinyina na ye kura sabe Nyankopon ball ye ba ye wi ase no wo di nyansa ankasa so hye ni patirim nti na ye nya nkosu amade se mo ye lawyer no judges no na ye di asem wa hemfi a na ye mo obi abo no nkuro na ye adansefo no mu nyina akasa na mpanimfo afa adansefo no mu nyina asemu adware.
Okay.
Ni sabi yamfa book ni ade maye ni wo nyansa Nyankopon so dia manipa ana wo dia magana fo so ye na nanu so mfa ni yasem nti sanka munni mu nyansa no kora na mu di book ni ya ade na mo ma obi no so no ye dia asem na to so o meyi na no ni ye hunu ba bi ye di begina.
Okay, nti me person bisa sisi no Monyintum anase mone yisi court ruling enya twene mo jam na kana still am appeal because these are some of the processes of court. And I say still an
you know money appeal I say no way the make actually say no say court no court dem or the mako you do it now pia bon bagana bon so there na phone him do dipem.
Okay.
And they say I'm a no Akufo-Addo to what you as a useless president on your president.
Sorry, sir. Anya dia ibitimi amoko so I will attempt the DM. Sorry guys. This is a free UK for Ireland member of the NDC. And some of the Ultrans is quite unacceptable on the radio. So but if you want to call in, say. Yeah, Penny. The entire Mamekati atem did na se pese bum tim so be hoka say ye na ne wo be 2 minutes anyway. No one to farm ya.
Oh, that's it. Some need not.
Okay, say useless, me pacho. Yeah.
When guys say be kwase na that be the point in say masa. Don't mean can say asam ya ka. Ya ka so be you down from no mukasa John Mahama you down from na ya tem did na ya tem did. The reason is that was the other two the thing
yeah, me person me can say you want so many platforms. Some of the platforms no almost problem. I had no Yamaha Kwansa, Mr.
Oh, well, fine. But me, the minimum Medina team, so I now concern there. But the major reason and the popularity, the minimum Yamano, a coffin, because I'm not a coffin, do by say you're no panny. Shen comments, I'm not called the comments are man for Cafano. man kikula na man for say woman wo so ka de compare 2017 mebo o de compare 2017 akode ba ya and ka man for be gina to
okay opening
and man for no mun yin to but the man we see no
ma men from pacho o de body to from pacho emre na so why Mr. Omre na
the man we see no say Papa John Dramani Mahama ko pani no na no yin the comments any the amount for no my o madwon ko mo won they will be a kind of say obi aso mbo because who gidi wo joma amamo and omu so kind of kura ontimi ntwa omu ntro nti say wo won krofo we mi onu we wo a kwan na afa ne so your president
yo but that's it opening that's it let me shop oh dear so a free year and Morton and Kano na I'm going to look at another issue from a year NDC MPP. So one of the communication members also a person to either to counter interact to a year near a free Ebekaya I'm trying to get him on Ukraine easy in Ghana, and I'm trying to see if I can get him to react to comments now free. Now the court has actually turned down the petition and has a rule against the NDC of the electoral petition, which has come to the extent that the NDC is not very happy. Now, Mama calls this unfair or felt that the court is actually, if not undermined or deprived of the rights as party. That's what we're trying to find out, whether it is some sort of democracy that is not allowed to work or something. But what I'm going to do is we're going to go for a commercial break, and then when we come back, I'm going to get Nanaya, who happened to be one of the NPP members. And then when we come back, we're talking more on what do you make of this. I'm going to open the phone lines for the public to also give us their views of this, if they share the same sentiments with Mahama. Otherwise, it's getting very interesting. It's about 9 o'clock, almost 9 o'clock. Got about 30 minutes for those on 30 seconds. Those on the radio, but then Facebook we're still going to be live. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to get him to speak, and then when we come back, for those who were not able to hear what would come on the radio, we'll also give them the opportunity to also either repeat or get them still on the line. Do not go anywhere. You're on GN Radio UK with Dr. Morton. Coming back with some the commercial breaks now, 30 seconds or 29 thereabout. But from what Afriya said, especially if you don't get our local dialects, he claims the NDC, some of the figures which the General Secretary claims he does not know what figure exactly they had to face the Electoral Commission with the verdict that was made against them 2020 on the 7th of December election. And then Mahama feels, who spoke earlier, if you listen to him, Mahama claims the very democracy which was meant to be allowed to be displayed, he couldn't see that. And then I asked Afriya if they think they should go to court, because these are some of the processes. The thing is, when you go to court and you're not happy with the verdict that is made against you, you have every right to go to court, unless they consider that this is not just acceptable, and so they are not. But as I said, let me go for a commercial break. I'll be back in a few minutes, and then we go on with this.
Church Inauguration 2021. In obeying God's call to propagating the gospel to the lost world brings joy, joy, reward, and expansion. The Lord has propelled Crossway Revival Baptist Church mission in its church planting in establishing an organized body of believers internationally in the city of Accra, Ghana. The ultimate goal is to glorify the Lord in line with 1 Thessalonians 3 verse 2. And we sent Timothy, our brother and God's co-worker in the gospel of Christ, to establish and exhort you in the faith. We cordially invite you, under the leadership of the eminent apostle, Reverend Kamani Denfi, to our inauguration services, which commences 27th September to Sunday 3rd October, which is the grand inauguration service to be held at 9 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Our church address, Holly's House, 28 Naobushi Street, East Legon Extension, Accra, Ghana. Our contact numbers are 078-303-62228 and 0751-828-9202. We are happy for your participation at this milestone event in the ministry of CRBC and the wider community. Refreshments will be served. Looking forward to seeing you and your family. God bless you all.
You are listening to GN Radio UK.
This is GN Radio UK.
Okay, so welcome back after that commercial break. So I tried as much as possible to get after speaking to a friend who happened to be the UK and Ireland member of the communication for the NDC. I'm trying to get Nanaya, who happened to be also who's in Ghana for some political assignment reasons. I've tried in Sabekano Nanka what he was also going to say in contrast to what Free said, but in Sankana. So we're going to go on. You're still on GM Radio. It's about 5 minutes past 9 o'clock, and then you're on the Breakfast Show with Dr. Morton. Okay, so I'm actually going to read a few messages to you. This is coming from Dan says, good morning, Dr. Morton. I am Sir. The NDC, if giving appeal, even in 5 times, they're still going to lose it because they don't have evidence. Okay, this is coming from George. George say even if the NDC is giving opportunity about 5 times, they still not going to make any difference because the verdict, they don't have any grounds to actually, convince the court. Okay, so we're still on 0203-735-8820, and now it's 0203-286-0185. Just to let you know, sir, about 9:30, the lawyers would be here. Manyati would be here to host the lawyers over some of the legal issues on behalf of legal issues here in the UK. So yeah, Monshana Somai. Okay, I've got some few messages to share on Facebook as well. Rusty, I'll say, good morning, Doc. Can you share this? Well, this is what he wrote on my page, saying that he want to get a lot of people involved concerning the breakfast show. But hey, well, I do appreciate that. But it's getting very interesting if you look at the facts, the court issue, the counterattack that they having. I've seen a few on the platform, but bottom line is whether or not the NDC goes very wild or unhappy about the ruling, they're not going to change it again. The thing is, there's platform to what we call an appealing issues if you think the court is not very happy with you, and so you can still go to court. Okay, so I've got a caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Dr. Morton. How are you?
Hello, morning, sir. It's a Friday, Mr. Kofi Ali. How are you doing yourself?
This is Kofi Ali. I'm fine. And you?
I'm not too bad at all. You must have followed the events unfolding on this platform, especially when people are reacting to the court ruling that went on over not too long ago.
Yes, quickly. I want to clear something because it's important to be clear, so that we all know what we are talking about. Supreme Court ruling cannot be appealed. High Court, Appeal Court, all those courts, you can appeal a decision. But at the level of Supreme Court, it's final. You can go on air to say you agree with the verdict or not. That's personal. So we need to be very, very clear. There's no appeal, it's over. That's why you could hear when President Mahama himself was talking, he said this is the highest court. So there's no appeal. That said, we have serious problems in Ghana. The Constitution clearly wanted the Parliament and the executive to be political. But Supreme Court cannot be political. That is why you see that the Supreme Court judges are not elected on partisan lines. They are appointed by the sitting head of state, who, when there's a vacancy, who submit their names to Parliament to be vetted and given a go-ahead or not. Am I clear on that one?
Yes, sir.
So, Supreme Court judges are not to be partisan. And in this case, I think Mahama was right to say that the Supreme Court has been politicized. You cannot use private case references to be making and justifying as case laws for public hearing. This is a public case. It's like taking a police officer to court and the police officer is saying that I don't want to testify. He cannot say that because it's not about his personal business. Can you see? It's about the institution he's representing. And this is what Chikata was emphasizing, that something is wrong here. What is wrong is that we are using cases, most of the cases they were referring to, determining the right of the individual to testify or not testify. You understand? Are
yes,
all private cases. In a private case, you can choose not to talk. It's your fundamental personal right. And this, I think the Supreme Court has committed one of the biggest blunders. Because you need this free institution to function for democracy to work. And in this case, the court has failed, totally failed. Totally it has failed. It has compromised because it's all about integrity. Each of the judges must not look at their personal interest. You are there to pass on judgment based on the facts. of the matter and the institutions, constitutional laws and the parliamentary laws. But here we are. Most of us are looking at what happened. We should be asking, what about the future? That is what we should be doing. But what I'm hearing from our people and so on and so forth, it's like this is our fate. That is how it's going to be. And therefore, what a president appointed judge, that judge is in court to defend the president. That is totally unacceptable. Judges must not be partisan. I think I'm very clear here.
Yes, sir.
We must all put our mind and head together. And this is where some of us are saying it's President Mahama right. He's part of where we are today. During his time, this problem started coming up. There's no way you go to in Ghana, no institution you go to in Ghana, they block you. Why? Because people are partisan. Institutions are politicized. Police is politicized. Military is politicized. Court is politicized. Everything. Now he is the victim. Everybody can see that the man has been totally cheated. Totally. The argument is totally. However, who do we blame? That he himself. Can you see where I'm coming from?
Yes, sir.
Maybe this is a lesson because he has a chance of becoming a president one day. His case is not finished. He's even getting a better position to be a president than he was 3 years ago. However, he must prove to us he has learned a lesson. If you don't learn a lesson, then what is the purpose of your experience in life?
Okay, Mr. Kofi Ali, I've got somebody else online. I'm going to give you another 3 minutes, please. Could you summarize that?
Thank you. Ever I have less to say. On conclusion, they are not justices. They are not justices. In court, they are judges. They are not. And that is one of the errors we pick up again from President Mahama. Referring to them as judges. They are not justices. That is number one. Number two, Supreme Court, yes, when they pass judgment, is binding, you understand? But they are not supposed to be making law. Finally, justice is not in the Supreme Court. Justice is in our day-to-day life. Day-to-day life. And it must be seen to be done. You can't say food is only about supermarket. Food starts from the farm. You understand? We need to all learn. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You.
Thank you, sir.
You should stop appointing people on partisan line.
Thank you.
And finally, sorry.
Go on, sir.
He was talking about demi-level.
Yes.
It's not the case. And exactly what is happening is that, you see, public sector workers are scared now. Because in their office, they can be witch hands for what they believe and stand by. You understand? Yes, there may be 2-3 days of birth and so on and so forth, which is a legitimate concern. You understand?
I do understand.
However, all the things you have seen in the Supreme Court is claimed because of the way our politicians themselves are going about the game. They are making it about their party. Right. And this is what has happened now, which is very unfortunate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So that was Mr. Kofi Ali's reaction towards the court processes. He believes that Ghana democracy, in every aspect of the politics, they politicize everything. So I've got Sabatu. Sabatu, good morning. Mepacho, Bibi Abokodia. Radiadum Yahuepa. And pay what to be. Good. Sir.
Where there?
John Mahama, sir, a petition. Ruling na a court in the bar, no. So Mahama just Rano, Yabunikum, chair. So unfortunately, there don't seem to be room for any appeal. It was as the legal processes require. No. Now, the complete verdict, saying apart from the fact that what the assembly courts are one casa will susu a fat ruling them say. About what he said, Moko courts and who no say.
Oh, good morning, Minia. Mamincha, Mamincha, what if one pay? Now, say when it comes to these issues, we don't have any different opinion than what our leader, John Dramani Mahama, has said yesterday. As he said, during the processing in Nano, na a normal echo wrong. It's not about the judgment which came out all yesterday, but beginning of the process, you could clearly see that a normal biohani as na any constitution, any definition and a court on a day man na and court. So clearly and the no be any baby I don't know ebeko I saw banya money a catcher also about man. Clearly so now people mind were not there. Like our leader has said, this is the time we just need to focus. We organize ourselves and NDC will come back strongly. There is no doubt about that. Party be party kasiye yataban ewo baby but ade ba kwa me pese atiefo ne Ghana for no etie ne se court no kwa bibia court no ka bia no ebeye mmerɛwo the court no issues ye bangi ye chechuchi katamo request ye no it's on record at the moment entina who say no the court no ye the pronouncement no call refer cases even in Afghanistan and hifa but Malawi dia go in favor of opposition and the ambem
right
and has been a normal, but this is the time, like I said, we just need to go back to the grassroots, organize ourselves as a party, let our communicate be effective. Na yentimi move on na yentimi back capture power 2024 na ye move on and only idea ye betimi aye sense ye Ghana for no although like our leader said we don't agree with the decision we just are bound by it and move on as a one
me pacho ma miss some kakra one kasa no wo hwe enye ne am leader kan one kasa wo hwe abato ehun sunsun so ne ekusi nyina wo na hun se ankoyi anania leader ne kana one kasa de akiri.
Oh, about when it's also there, some women say, Anqui, and no mananke a pese, Obama, one on a so responsibility, a bejina, the Kamnenke a totonano. But the court in their wisdom, no patch say, no, Uncle, and that alone has switched the public opinion towards the NDC. And look, I cannot nema will be an interest of Supreme Court, and after the amount for Crampo and Shibim. I can't say about him, and my viewers and also clearly no amount for whom is court on the other side, and in the but like I said, acquire mera, I daho, and obi to me, obi crown no free so on J and A and India, BBC near so major that Kamotim Castle Dabi made a misstatement and higher, and obi to me, we so a defending itself. So this is where we are. Maybe me say even process to the election, not fairness in the hall. But we keep on talking, saying, you can't be brave. I see you don't get here, JDM, whatever, a free ankra. They all came out of their voice rate to say, I said, they're using no moody, it's a massive job, but clearly, you call, but there wasn't me who say, I'm for who say, and this we did very well. So we MPs are a work from different 63, you capture, and I neck and neck, I did TV hormona. That alone no tells you say we did well in this election at HM, and then we can do more if we organize ourselves more and go further. That's what I can say. But now they see and the say MPs, at this parliament, they will do some ombesesa emra a bit me govern your next election, Ebema amanfo ateki responsibility and only idea the person behind where your MPs are more if you hono their voice need to be heard. There need to be some legislator ye bet me a govern the next election eba said ya obi nkonko ye bibi nyeden emfa hundi. Bear in mind they say those laws no previous MPs because say MPP no more most of the MPs we are no they better na yembra no matter swaba whether you like it or not. But this time no naked demanding whatever we want. We need to assume some changes on the maybe CI bra 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 yet by CI 126 we can change, we can make some changes. Say the bega say bibi koba obi betimi taking responsibility, and responsibility is something we are liking in Ghana, because I'm for NJ and normal or my yentum, because I'm for Genoma my yutuma and Cananado as a president on appointed our commission said
one of my empathy and Brennington, you should have impressed.
Yeah, me one tofano sanka ye take responsibility and president and an ekufado on appointed our commission on appointed kanda pampos or monkwani and converti woman. Clearly, those people no, Oman show leadership. I was here some quite to be a minister, but like I said, and this will come back and will come back strongly. Thank you for this morning and for your time.
Thank you very much. So you heard Sabatu, or say NDC would come back shortly. That's the view, and that's the wish, and that's the hope. We've only got about 7 minutes. Sena Mikayano, Manyeti Ewaha with the lawyers to still host them over legal issues. So we don't have much time. But I was getting to take one more call, and then we'll wrap it up in about a few minutes before Manyeti comes in. You're still on GM Radio. Unfortunately, our time is not much to be able to hold on to most of the calls. But Senior Mikayano, we don't have much time. We'll be leaving it here. Monday to Friday, all the issues burning in political phases, both world, Africa, and Ghana. We'll be bringing it down to you. For those of you who are able to come through and those who are not, I would like to say thank you to everybody as usual. For coming on the Dr. Morton. So I'm not here from Monday to Thursday, but I'll be here to gather all the information that seems to have hit political faces after Dr. Miners will be here to give you on a daily basis. My name is Dr. Morton. I'd like to say thank you very much, everyone. Wish you all the best. I'm so be fair, but submit to me up for us. We don't have much time. I'd like to say thank you, everyone, for this particular program. Next week, that's it. So this is Dr. Morton. Okay, I've got the last caller. Hello, good morning. May I know who I'm speaking to, please?
Morning, Sir Gabo speaking.
Oh, Sir Gabo. Apumboko, dear.
Oh, you know,
Pacho, a radio mopa. Yashala Nimren to be born to Funkakramaya and Pacho.
My film, we two one who said, about to anything here pointing how commission.
If I told man, it's a crash of Segabo been told in Pacho.
I'm saying, Minister Juan cases is about to cast and this will come back strongly in this gear pointing how commission as and the market come from.
Okay, so I'm saying NDC called no more ruling no omunyi tumcheze emrano inshallah mnesi and one year come once no pay pacho.
Obi asemudi
enye ni anye ni bo se gabo enye nyina ebi omo monya bi.
Ntia ti mini ade ye started say Mahama na wene. Afi do no masanse nya Mahama na wene ye. Afom say another okufu wanya 51%. Okay, also 151%. One evidence says when 51%. And some answer, you be say, Mr. Shedinkatia, or say they don't have any independent evidence that says another 151%. And that will cast us on the pet. This is a foregone conclusion. If you're accusing your opponent and a process say, opponent in your presence in a man, why 51%? Also, a worker prove it the intent by calling 1%. Workers say court and say you don't have any independent evidence. In fact, initial or can say, Mr. Shedin Katia, I'm a Ghana woman say the word independent. What do you mean by independent? A chair sana obichi musu